So the quick one. Thank God we are done with our Python class, and by now I think the little one we were able to discuss in the class, you tried on your own, at your own very best, to work on those little ideas and knowledge we shared in class. Yes or yes? Yes, right? So aside those things we did in class, those little projects, which other things have you tried to lay your hands on and practice? Because this data science of a team is totally relies on that introduction to Python. And by God's grace, you'll be seeing so many things related to those Python knowledge we had, we discussed in the class. So what are the things you were able to find out? Because like I told you in the previous class, we didn't cover everything about Python. It was the introduction, that's the beginner to intermediate, not the professional level. Yes. So what are those things you were able to find out later that, oh, we didn't do this, we didn't do this, we didn't do that? I'm not saying you should teach me, I just mentioned that, oh, as you were maybe browsing, searching online, you came across something like this, which we didn't even touch in the class. Like which one and which one?
Something is, I've not
Timmy.
For a while. So
Timmy.
I've not just
see, I won't tolerate that. I won't tolerate that. I was expecting you to since you know you are coming for the next class, I was expecting you to
yes, sir.
This,
revise, to prepare.
Exactly. You know, this kind of training is just like you going to school, either secondary or university. Whatever lecturer taught in class, just believe it. That is just introduction. That's just little, 1% or 2%. So I'll just advise you to, whenever or anytime we had class, just try to find out more, so that you just to build yourself. So without wasting much of the time, this is another class which is data science, and is the advanced level of Python. Although we'll be using Python to do our data science, without the previous knowledge about Python, we will be frustrated by the time we start this Python data science of it. So in a nutshell, I will do some revisions before we delve into the data science of a team, really. But before that, there are a lot of things we need to know about this data science of a team. First of all, let's see what we are to cover in this course. The first thing we are to cover is the goal of this training. I'm to teach you the basic of data science, and the second one is you are going to learn how to work with multiple tools when we are talking about data science. And what are the tools? We have a lot of them, but the ones I'm going to teach you in this class. I'm going to teach you Matplotlib. I'm going to teach you.
How do you call it again?
Matplotlib. Matplotlib. Can you see it on the screen? Is presented.
Yes, all I'm saying is just the Python and data science.
Really?
Yes, sir. That's the reason I'm saying. So maybe
give me the definition of data science, or someone just asks you, what is data science? What will you say about data science? Or is that definition, or just tell me, or just tell someone, just try to convince someone to let them know what is all about data science? What will you say? Before I will not give you my own definition. Okay. Is it your microphone that is not audible, or don't is cracking? It's cracking. Okay, now it's audible. I think your network is poor too.
it's the Bluetooth that I connected to.
Bluetooth?
I connected to I connected my laptop. But yes, very well.
Okay. Okay, now actually it has no specific, or yes, it has no specific definition, but you just need to make sure the key words, the key terms that are important are in whatever you are going to say. When we are talking about data science, we are talking about the study of data and analyzing data. Data science is all about studying data, and either you say visualizing data or you say analyzing data. Analyze means you are still visualizing it. Just make it meaningful. By visualizing the data, you are making it meaningful. So that is that about data science. Data science is just studying of data. Then what do we do under studying of data? You record data, you store it, you analyze it. Then the analyzing of data, or the data transformation, means you visualizing the data you have. So under data transformation, we have extract the right information. That's the keyword. All this one depends on the kind of questions they ask you. That's the target. If you are asked to bring out those people having sickle cells in that area, that is your target. If you are asked bring out those people that falls in the age between range of 14 to 20 or anything, is the target. Bring out, I want to know the total number of people that are age maybe from 70 upward. That should be the target. So all those kind of things we are going to be doing. So then we gain insight and useful clues to run efficient the project. Now, predicting certain outcomes. Yes, we can also use data science to predict outcomes. So now where can we apply the knowledge of data science? Whatever you are going to learn or you are going to acquire, in what area can we apply them? So data science is used in our online businesses. Example, product recommendation, better marketing, better product quality. I'll give you some instances here now. Have you tried to search for something on your laptop recently, and maybe something happens, you left your laptop, you decide to use your phone, and immediately you want to type, you discover that what you typed last on your laptop will be the first thing, will be the first suggestion your phone will give to you. Have you observed or have you experienced something like that before? Good. So that is under data science. Don't forget, when we're talking about data science, like I've said, we're talking about AI, we're talking about so many things. See, one man they disturb me here. So that is the work of data science. And if you can work very well, maybe based on what yesterday, I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. What did you say? Yes, it's on. See, one man is disturbing me and don't mind him. So something happens yesterday. Talk.
Okay. Password.
Bayo.
Okay.
No, small letter. Timmy, give me some minutes. Bayo. Y-O, then R.
Okay,
then @#. So different yesterday, as in shift @ 3 times. So so yesterday someone were chatting. Yes, it was yesterday. Are you with me? So I'm giving you a clue of what, although maybe before then someone might have done something about it. Me, I don't have interest, but it's this challenge. It's a challenge, it's a problem that someone should solve. So what was the challenge? Someone was chatting with me yesterday evening. She sent me a particular question that I should help her to solve. I just said, this is what you can just do with your, say she does not have calculator. I said, what? Even on your phone you have calculator, but the problem now is for her to leave that page where she is working and still start go and searching for calculator, do whatever she want to do, come back there. Now I now quickly thought of something. This is a challenge for everyone. Why still on that application, somebody like you and I can quickly build that thing and implement it in that application? What is that? Simple calculator. WhatsApp as of today need calculator in so many areas. Like me now, you are a contractor, I'm a contractor, or whatever, maybe, I don't know, businessman. I asked you to give me some quotations, or I asked you to quickly give me a quick quotation or something. So while typing, still on that same WhatsApp platform, while typing, there should be a room for you to, just like if you don't want to type, you have options for audio where you can type and start using voice note. If you want to send pictures, or if you want to send stickers, you remember all these things were not implemented when WhatsApp started initially. Yes. Now something just came to my mind that someone can just quickly develop just small calculator, implement it, so that if anyone want to do something like calculating or anything small calculation, you just press that thing, then do 2 times 2, 3 times 3. Like my own head cannot carry 2 times 2. I'll just quickly pick it and say 2 times 2, what's the answer? 4. And then send to the person, instead of leaving that page and go to another application. But before you know, you still come back. That's stressful. So that is that. Data science makes suggestions for you. So in online businesses, especially product recommendation, yes, I'm very sure you buy things online a lot, then you must have come across suggestion, a lot of suggestion that maybe something you browsed last in the last, maybe, I don't know, your previous search. If you want to search again tomorrow or today, it will recommend something related to what you browsed previously. Or even if not that, if you are typing, maybe phone, maybe you go to Jumia, you go to Gigi, or any platform you use to buy phone. Maybe you type what's it called, iPhone, or you use iPhone, I don't know. The point is, it will surely give you recommendation that these are the latest phone in town. Is it this one you want? Is it this one you want? So that is the work of data scientists. It is under data science in product recommendation, and also better marketing, better product quality. Then under healthcare, data science is also applicable or used in healthcare. How? Virtual assistant, medical search improvement, image analysis. I believe you grab this one, or should I give you some examples, especially on this healthcare of a thing? How is data science being used under healthcare, especially these 3 points mentioned? Should I? I can't hear you.
Yes, I would love to.
Wow. Is it your microphone, or in fact I hardly hear what you are saying? And my system is louder.
Yes, I would love to.
Okay, good. So in healthcare, virtual assistant, if you don't want to visit any hospital for now, or you have a particular hospital, or even online, we have WHO is even implemented in WhatsApp. You don't need to go to hospital now, maybe just to ask some questions, or maybe to make some inquiries. With that, you can just quickly do virtual assistant, just like you are chatting with a bot, that a chat bot. You know what a chat bot is, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So that is one. So what they have done there is all the necessary questions that are expecting. In fact, they have done a lot of. In fact, don't forget that we are dealing with data science. So they have collected a lot of very large data, even from you indirectly, which you might not know. They will use this data to build their chatbot, so that all necessary questions that you might need, or you might want to ask, I might want to ask, or anybody might want to ask. Do you know that we can have the same question in mind and we ask it in different ways? That is exactly what data science is all about. A particular question will come in million ways. They will still apply it, so that if anybody is still coming to use, at least the person will use one of those methods or one of the question being asked. So they will provide answers that, okay, chatbot, if anybody have come to, they will now list. Now that is when the idea of Python you have learned comes in. They will list the question, this question, comma, this question, comma, this question, comma, in million ways. They will now give Python instruction that if the input method that the person is typing in, if this question the person is typing in is in, you remember all those slogans in the class then, if this is in this, then print. It will now go and search for the necessary answer that either you or me, myself, or anybody have provided directly or indirectly that we might not know. So we are the one asking the questions, and we also are the one giving the answers. Just that they will now combine everything together in a chatbot that, okay, if anybody is coming to you as an app, if the question is coming in, okay, this is what you do. Give the person this answer. Give the person this answer. Give the person this answer. So that is virtual assistant. But before they can achieve this, they must have collected a lot of data. So that is why they said, where can we apply data science? So data science is applied in an online business, number one, and we are giving a lot of, although there are many, I'm just giving you some ideas here. Then also in healthcare, that is exactly what I just finished. In medical search improvement also, yes. If you want to go for, okay, I'm having a headache, you don't need to go to hospital these days. Just go to your online. Based on data they have collected to build that application, it will recommend or to give you the medical idea you want. The image analysis, yes. There is this Google Lens. You are familiar with Google Lens, right? Mr. Timmy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You are familiar? Have you used Google Lens before? What do we use Google Lens for?
Yes, sir.
What do we use it for?
To search for image.
And also search for that image. If you don't know a particular image, maybe you saw something and you don't even know the name, you are not even familiar with it, don't stress yourself, okay? All you just need to do is to take your phone, go to your Google Lens, snap it to give you the name, and also still recommend some related images for you. Now that is under data science. They've supplied a lot of images that if anybody is coming, snap and asks you this kind of thing, this is what you should give the person. And also you can also give the person some related something like this, something like this. That is the application of data science. We use it in image analysis. And not only that, anything that related to images, data science, in fact, is awesome, is very, very good in that aspect. Now, in banking sector, that one is, in fact, that one is sure, right? You know that one. I don't need to stress myself on that. Yes or yes? Banking sector, data science is used in fraud detection, credit scores, offering the right product for customers. Yes. That one is general. It's not something that you can, you know that data science is used in fraud detection, because they will give you, if you if let me quickly share a story. The story of a friend. He said in fact this guy is crazy. Indirectly, he will borrow an app, sorry, he will download an app, borrow money, and he will stop using that app. So he has been doing that. Unfortunately for him, before he will know, I'm trying to apply this fraud detection in banking. Before he will know, he said he downloaded the particular app and he tried to request for a loan also. The next thing he will say or will receive was a call that he should try as much as possible to go and pay all the loans he has acquired before. He said he tried to convince them that he has not borrowed any money from any app. Wow, he said they have all his record all the apps. They mention 8 different apps for him. The one the person could mention, that he mentioned different 8 apps that he has borrowed money from, which he knows that the person is saying the truth. So immediately you want to apply for another one, they will know it, you are a fraud, if fraudster, you want to do another fraud. So immediately the person make a call and call him directly that, oh, this is not allowed. So the reason why is because they've collected his data, that, oh, this so person, oh, this so person is owing. They are storing his name somewhere. And if peradventure anybody is doing any research and say, oh, let me have the data of those that are defaults, that they don't pay on time, they will surely submit his details, and before you know, it will be recorded. And if any bank want to come into operation today, they will now say, oh, let me see those that have defaults in payment before I will know, so that if they are coming to me, I will surely know them. So there's no way such person's name will not go along with the fraud name. So that is exactly what we are talking about. In banking, we use it in fraud detection. And in which way or in what way? It is through this method. If you borrow money from bank and you refuse to pay on time, there's no way that they are keeping your record for you. So that is how it works. Even the other way around, the credit scores. So the same thing happens here. Either you debit or you credit, the two. Then the offering the right product for customer. You know, banks offer products. Offered services. If you are the type that maybe you have maximum of 10,000 naira, maximum ever since you've opened the account, the maximum amount so far you have saved so far is 10,000 naira. If they want to give offer, they will give offer to you based on the credit scores. Maybe offer okay, you can don't let me use bank. Let me use our service provider, all these MTN, Airtel. If you load 5,000, 10,000 naira, airtime, either to call or to sub for what's it called, MB data, 20,000, 15,000. If they want to offer a product for you, you see they will tell you, oh guy, you have a low, you have your account, maybe your credit is low, you have the privilege to borrow, cannot give you 10,000 naira, you have grace to borrow 10,000. I have seen someone that have the maximum of to borrow 500 naira. Why some they will give you the maximum of 3,000, minimum of 3,000, you can borrow from 3,000 upward. All these things are based on the credit scores you have with them. The same thing happens in bank. The same thing happens with bank. So I believe that those ones are clear now. Now, transport. In transport, GPS optimization. GPS optimization. Have you ever wondered? Most people don't know this. Have you ever wondered how did they manage? How did they manage to come about GPS that include all the streets in this world? How did you think that one was able to come true? Can you think? Did they ask someone that, oh, you go to this street, start snapping, you go to this street, start recording, you go to this street, start doing this? How did you think that one could happen? Just, I want you to think and tell me something about this GPS of it. I'm talking about the data science under GPS optimization.
Because I believe the data of most people at first must have been collected once.
The data of who? The data of who?
Everyone's from those
myself, you, everyone that yes. Then how did they collected it?
data science.
No. How did they collect such data?
Because definitely those data must have been imputed online.
How?
Or collectively.
How? Now the point is this. The point is this. It's very simple. It's a very simple logic. We are all using phones. Even in fact, 99 point. Let me say no. I won't say 99.9. I'll say 90% of us on this earth uses Android phone. Not even Android phone. Use smartphone. Right?
So we have inputted it online.
What do you say?
We have inputted it online, so we don't get damage.
Yes. In fact, your phone is being monitored. My phone, everyone's phone, is being monitored by the manufacturer. That is why it's possible for the InfoSec, that's Information Security Officers, to track a phone. They will use this GPS of a thing to tell you that every phone has GPS. So this is now what happens. They are tracking each and every one of us. Now, they don't need to go to any street. They don't need to go to any state. They don't need to even leave their environment. What they do is they will write script. They will write a Python script that you see this IP, this phone that I'm giving you. Just if the person, do you know that if you change location, if you travel from Lagos to, let's say from Ayobo to Lekki, from your phone will be telling you you've changed location. You've changed you've moved from from this place to this place. I believe you have noticed that before. The same thing is what they are using to collect all this data. And mind you, the camera in our phone is not safe. Either you are using it or not, they are monitoring you. They are monitoring me. If you leave your phone like this, is what I can demonstrate for you, but I won't do that. If you leave your phone, I don't know, just leave your phone. Make sure it's not on. I'm not doing that, but I'm just telling you, make sure it's not on. That is, you press the power button, you make sure that no light on it. I will tell you, I will penetrate into your phone and tell you where your phone is facing without your knowledge, without your consent, and you won't know. It's possible. And these are the things they have been doing to collect data. They will use this method to collect data and store them, and that was exactly what they used to build this global map of a thing. So it's not that they send someone that, okay, just go here, no, go there, use that. No. Even your street, I have a particular app of Lagos State that it will even show you the street. Just give me the name of your street. I don't describe the building for me. I will know the kind of building you live in. It's a particular app here in Lagos. So that is GPS. That is the usefulness of data science in transportation. So we use it for GPS optimization, and we also use it for self-driving cars. So this self-driving cars is all about AI, but in data science, you must have instructed the car that, okay, based on the data supplied to the chips that will be installed in the car will only work. Listen, the car will only work. This self-driving cars of a thing has its own limitation also. It will only work based on the instruction or based on the kind of data installed in it. How? If your route is from Ayobo to Yanapaja, fine. Immediately you tell the self-driving car you are going to Ayobo, it will only take the route that it was installed in it. If there is traffic, it will never turn back. So that is its own disadvantages. And it's not only disadvantage, it's because of the kind of data they have supplied to the car. So it will only work based on that. So for instance, if it is manual, if you are the one driving the car yourself, you discover that, oh, there's traffic there, or there's traffic, oh, instead of you to turn back yourself, you turn back, you find another route. No, self-driving cars will wait for the traffic to go or to evacuate before it continues its motion. So although it's still good, but it will always base or work based on the kind of information provided. So although The point here is this: we use data science in self-driving cars. How? The car will drive itself fine. How? Why? It will work based on the kind of information that was supplied to it. Then the last one under transport is personalized virtual assistant. Personalized virtual assistant. You know what we mean by virtual assistant? Just like the case of the healthcare of a team. Yes. So that is that. Then also data science is applicable in manufacturing. In the Department of Mathematics, I have my guru here. We use data science to optimize and minimize. We use data science to optimize profits. And also, in the other way around, we use data science to minimize cost. And all these things are the aspects where you can apply data science. If you go to any company, yes, if you have this idea of this optimization of a team, minimization of a team, you can walk into any company and ask them, because it's part of, yes, let me give you this, it's part of the kind of question they will ask you during interview. Maybe after this class, after this training, you decide to go for interview, you decide to work for a company, and they will ask you, okay, fine, you said you did data science, you're a data scientist, okay, tell me, let me say this, I'm one of the interviewer. I'll just ask you, tell me, how can you use or apply your knowledge to save or to contribute to my company? The best advice, let me say, the best answer to give them at that moment is, I can use this data science to maybe optimize your profit. They'll be amazed. Optimize profit, or to minimize your cost in production. They'll be amazed that, oh, absolutely, you know what you are doing. But they will now go further and say how. Then it is now left to you to now bring out, oh, I'll show you those equations. Just bring those equations out for them. They will nod their head that they don't want to see it, they don't want to hear it. That is the only way you can use to divert their attention. Even if you don't know what to do, if you don't know how to use it, first tell them that you can use your data science knowledge to optimize profit for them. As in, they will make profit. They will say, hey, how? Leave that one for me. Also, I can use data science, this data science knowledge to minimize the cost in your production for you. You say, hey, really? If you are spending like 10 million naira to produce something before, I can minimize this for you. You can be spending like 3 million or 2 million. You say, hey, really? They will now go further and say, how? They want you to teach them. The next thing is, bring out some I don't want to use stupid, some big algorithm out for them. Or you see this equation, you mention some terms that they are not even familiar with. You scatter their brain with that. They just say, okay, fine, okay, you know all those things, fine, okay, you are welcome, congratulations. But if you are stammering, you do this, you do know, even if you don't know how to use them, this optimization of the thing I'm talking about, you might not even know how to use it. All you just need to do is to be able to tell them what you can do. There was this trend going on since last week. A graduate of a particular institution, I think is UI, studied computer science with first class. Computer science with first class. She cannot use computer. As in, she cannot use computer. Not only she cannot use computer, she says she has no idea about Python, HTML, CSS. Then the question was, how did you now come across this first class of a team? So the point is, you don't judge by certificate alone. What about the application aspect? And again, when we're talking about this Python, when we're talking about this computer science of a team, computer science is not, in fact, is not only for coding, programming. No, we have some administrative work in computer science that, in fact, you might not even need to know how to write code and you still be fine. But that does not mean you should not learn how to use computer. As a computer science, you must have the idea. You see, that idea is the most important thing. Have the idea about computer. okay, they told you type your name. You are not searching for A on the keyboard. Is on call for. And you say you study computer science. So all those kind of things. So that is that. So in manufacturing, we do optimization, we do minimization. We optimize profit, because profit should be more. That's plenty. Then cost, you minimize it. So if you are producing a particular product, the money you are spending on that product should be minimized. So we use data science for it. And these are the things. Although don't forget, we are going to do some practical aspect, but not everything. Although I will try as much as possible to lay my hands on some data, the real life data, and see how we can visualize them, how we can interpret them. Then lastly, finance. There's something we call finance. Then the agro trading, the strategic creation, the risk analysis under finance. Can you try to think about what we mean by agro trading, or the strategic creation, or risk analysis? Which one can you quickly think of? Maybe you can come in from here, you can do this, you can say something about this. Yes. Which one? Which one?
But when you say so, I'm sorry.
Where have you been? Timmy, don't tell me I've been talking to myself since last year.
No. We stopped that at the personal virtual assistant for the visualization.
Me that I finished explaining manufacturing, automation, problem detection, problem prevention. That's under manufacturing.
Yeah, that's sure.
Then I move on to finance. So the question now is, this algo trading, strategy creation, risk analysis, which one do you think you can come here and quickly, maybe you have idea, okay, this is what they are talking about here, under data science. Which one can you see before I will shed more light on it?
That risk analysis has to do with analyzing.
Yes, the point is this.
To avoid risk.
Exactly. This is what happened. In financing, they have experienced a lot of risks, and for every good organization, you must have a record. You must keep records of everything, either both good or bad. So the point is, if you want to apply data science to reduce risk, so you must analyze the risk. So how do you analyze risk in a particular organization? The kind of risk that occurs, you record them. What actually, or what normally caused those risks, or what actually led to those risks, you have to record them, save them. Now, if you are either you or another company, fine. It is ideal that if you are going into entrepreneurship, before you start any startup, try to consult those that are into the program already. They will tell you the
risk involved.
Exactly. Why? Because they have experienced the risk, and for them to be able to remember was just because they have collected the data and stored them somewhere. It might not even be directly to them, but gather a lot of information from other companies. Now, if let us assume you are the one starting the startup now, you come to me, I give you some risk in that field, in that tech area, then you keep it. Mind you, if anything still happens to you, you too will include whatever I've added to you. I've given to you. You add it to whatever I've given you. It's becoming more. If another person comes to you, you are not giving the person what I give you alone, but plus with your own. I believe you are getting it. So that is how data science gather information about risk analysis. So it helps in risk analysis, also in strategy creation, like even the company also. That is anything that has to do with financing. Because you must consult your previous data. And how do you consult your previous data? You meet those already in that field. So these are the field. Yes, these are the field where we can apply data science. Data science. Is that clear? So any question from here?
Yes, sir.
So just, in fact,
Yes, sir.
all of these, in fact, you can see that we are talking about notes. You see, these things are the ones they will use to interview you. You see, the manipulation of the code, that one is small thing. I'm telling you the fact. The manipulation of it, because the data will be given. You're not the one to source for the data. The data will be given. They will give you data. The next thing is to manipulate the data, just visualize it. But the question they will ask you to see whether you truly know what you want to do or what you are doing, there are all these talking of a thing. So you should be able to tell them so many beautiful things about this data science of a thing. So do you have any question from here?
Awesome.
All right. Now, data scientist. What does it take someone like you and I to have? And you call yourself a data scientist. So, Timileyin, you study physiology. You said physiology, right? How am I even forgetting that?
No, philosophy.
Philosophy. You see all these courses, eh? In fact, I envy you. When Fashola came to last week, I love them. I made a lot of people to realize that your feed, should I say feed? Your course of study should not be a barrier for you to move into tech. He encourage all the graduates to move into tech, and you that study philosophy, I envy you a lot. The person that advise you, or even if it is yourself that advise yourself, I love that. So being a philosopher should not be a barrier to. I have a lawyer, I have a medical doctor, medical practitioners that are into tech now. So what does it take for someone to become a data scientist? So you must have these ideas, these skills. If you have these skills, then you can now go out there and say you are now a data scientist. It's like you say you can read. If you can read, can you compose? Reading is different from composing. Compose a letter, write a letter to your dad, write a letter to your mom in abroad, saying this, all those kind of letter we were writing in secondary school then. Maybe small thing, no. To read, bring out any textbook, we will read. Now, to compose is a lot of challenge to many students out there. So it's not just only by reading. What about composing? So the same thing happens there. It's not just about talking, or I can do Python. Now, aside the code, because this one will not be talking about code. For you to call yourself a data scientist, you must have some basic skills. Now, the idea, the level of your logical thinking must be high. Don't let them scare you with this mathematics understanding. Is important. Don't let me lie to you. It is very, very important. You must have, or you must understand mathematics. Yes, you must understand mathematics. You say, I know you once told me that you don't like maths, but let me bet with you, you won't have problem even if you don't have the idea in maths before. But just make sure that any little mathematics idea we are introducing here, you make sure you understand them. It is very, very important. So the first thing is, what is your level in logic thinking? Can you think outside the box? As in, can you be given a problem that most people will be saying, "Ah, this problem cannot be solved"? Are you the type that will join them and say, this problem, no, we can't solve it too? Or are you the one that will say, oh, there should be? Because we believe that in every problem there must be a solution. There's no problem in this world that has no solution. To me, there's no problem in this world that has no solution. I've thought of 2017. That year, I will never forget that year. Because I like to sit alone whenever I want to. That particular year, that particular day, something came to my mind. Something happened truly, sincerely. Something happened. Then I had to close my eyes, raise my heads up, looking at the sky. Actually, I didn't open my eyes. Then the thing just came to my mind that this problem could have a solution. Unfortunately, what I thought was beyond my imagination myself. I was the one, first of all, doubting myself that, do you think it's possible? But the whole meal was telling me that, guy, this thing is possible. Unfortunately, I met someone that I believe intellectually is there. When I narrated the problem and tried to analyze the way I think the solution will be, this man told me that I'm very, very stupid. That what kind of thought was that? I was like, even if you don't have word of encouragement, must you say I'm stupid? Indirectly, inside of me, I was repeating it that you are very stupid too. Sincerely, I was telling that old man, but inside of me, I didn't say it out. I met that man is a low-level man, but is an elderly person, which I believe is intellectually sound. I met two professors. I met two other professors. One told me it's never going to be possible. Another one told me it's never going to be possible. I won't mention their names, but one is from Unilorin, one is from Uniosun. Say it's never going to be possible. What kind of rubbish is that? After meeting three people differently, I was trying to, then I started coding, but I was trying to apply my coding idea to solve a problem. But that problem, even till now, that problem is like unsolvable, but it is possible. The next thing was, okay, if I've met the first person, the third person, the third person, and they are telling me I'm stupid, the way I'm thinking is out of human being, I try to consult Google. Probably Google could be of help. Fortunately, my thoughts, I have one other person in the whole world that was thinking the way I'm thinking. The guy is from India. I searched for his contacts, how we can work together. Guy, no contacts. He has the same insinuation, the same thinking. As in the same thinking. I was wondering, I was perplexed. How can I achieve this? Okay, fine. I started doing neuroscience. All this is based on Python too. All this neuroscience. I came across a lot of tools that could help me in that project. When I did the analysis, I was estimating that was 2017. I was estimating something like 120 million. Me that now have 120,000 in my account. So the thing discouraged me. After making that, it's like, okay, fine. At least I know where I'm going. I know my problem. I know the solution. Now, how to carry out the operation is my next challenge. I met another of my mentor, and it was the only one that embraced the idea that, guy, this thing is real. This thing is possible. This thing is real. This thing is possible. He told me that my thought was real and possible. He said he has watched a movie that the idea is related to what I'm thinking, that probably maybe I've watched that film. I said, film? Yeah, I not watched film. I was just sitting and the thing came to my mind and I started disturbing my brain over it. And I said, what you advised me to do is I should go and watch that film. The film will still help me again. Fortunately, I watched the film. My brain swelled up again. I was so much interested in carrying out that operation. But till now, money is doing the ojoro. Seriously. Seriously. How I wish I was born with a silver spoon. But thank God for the kind of human being I'm still. But the point is, you have to be able to go back to the first statement. Not only for data scientists, as even normal human being. Are you the type that normally say, oh, this problem no solution, Jerry? No, no. In fact, you still come across, when you start working with industries, you still come across some data that they will give to you and just be like, wow. How will you start? How can you analyze this? But the skill you must have from now is you must be able to think logically. Logically, you must be able to think. And that is why if you study mathematics, your level of thinking will somehow, in fact, totally different from others. That's it. But don't be scared. Even if you don't have the mathematical idea from your background, the little one we are going to be introducing, you still cope fine. The next key you must have is this. You must understand how business moves around the world. Because as a data scientist,
not understand the business world around us.
yes, because that statement means as a data scientist, okay, fine. Let me use this. You understand this. I will not link it here. If you are a medical practitioner, mind you, it is not only those that are having headache alone that will be patronizing you. Never. As a medical practitioner, a building with, they call it hospital, guy, expect anybody. Imbecile, normal human being, headache, stomach ache, body pain, as in all sort of diseases. So that is what the second statement is saying there. You must understand as a data scientist, because you don't know the kind of organization that will need your knowledge. So you don't just say, oh, I was not taught this. No, this is not what they taught me. No, I can't do this. No. So before you can generalize that name that yes, I'm now a data scientist, you must possess these skills. Even if you don't know someone, in fact, maybe it's my own personal, it should be my own personal this thing. I love to learn anything that comes my way. As in anything that comes my way, because I'm very sure it will, in one way or the other, be benefit to me one day. So with that, it has been helping me. I learned so many things that I think, since I have something went wrong, we are trying to get back to the meeting. Is it my network? Can you still hear me? Can you hear me?